Shamil Musaev is known for delivering memorable, explosive knockouts with his powerful combat-like strikes. Anyone who has seen him fight knows that his KOs are more than just a standard athletic ability. They are pure weapons of destruction. His strikes are packed with such force that shocks both his opponents and viewers. With his overpowering style, Musaev has earned the nickname, the Silent Assassin. Uncover the complete story of Shamil Musaev with us. From his humble beginnings through his thrilling displays on global professional stages, analyzing the science of his remarkable knockouts. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why he is the most feared finisher in the sport.
Holy moly, he is a scary dude!
Shamil Musaev was born on the 8th of January 1994 in the Russian town of Kizlyar, within the Republic of Dagestan, the same place other elite martial fighting talent like Omari Akhmedov and Muslim Salikov originated. Musaev's fighting background in Dagestan, Wushu Sanda, incorporated the essential techniques of hand-to-hand combat, giving him an edge over other fighters. The unique element distinguishing Musaev is his ability to combine his traditional training and contemporary MMA techniques. As a 6-year-old, Musaev showed a love for combat sports. He spent his days in training facilities building himself to become a mixed martial arts fighter. He also started studying the Chinese martial art of Wushu Sanda at that time, which formed the foundation for his MMA career. Wrestling wasn't the only thing he was good at. He also studied kickboxing and sambo, skills that made his fighting style more diverse. The strikes, takedowns, and all movements Musaev makes are always calculated because they are a result of many years of intense training. Musaev quickly realized that talent could only take him so far. To take his fighting skills to the next level, he decided to train with trainers and fighters competing at championship levels. Through extended training in premier gyms and working with elite trainers, Musaev obtained destructive fighting abilities that made him extremely hard to match. When Musaev became a teenager, he started competing in tournaments at the regional level. The Akhmatov Sports Club, SC Akhmatov, drafted Musaev into their Wushu Sanda program, and he became the champion on September 9, 2012, when he won the Russian title for Wushu Sanda under their 70 kilograms category. This initial win qualified him for the Wushu Sanda World Championship in Macau as the junior world champion. At the Russian Wushu Sanda Championship in Moscow on March 27, 2014, Musaev won a gold medal and many more awards in subsequent competitions. He showed unrestrained dominance in all of his fights. After winning at an amateur level, his unique knockout skills led him to professional MMA, where it emerged as his main fighting instrument. Musaev was already fighting at a professional level before entering the octagon. Musaev was able to achieve overwhelming dominance in his first few professional fights through his explosive knockout power, which resulted in fans giving him his nickname, Silent Assassin, because of his controlled personality before fights yet brutal performance during them. His journey as a fighter has created a career defined by disciplined combat skills alongside natural abilities and adaptable combat techniques. Shamil Musaev created a long legacy for himself thanks to his background and natural combat skills. To completely appreciate the impact of his incredible knockouts, we must go back and examine the fights that made him famous. Musaev's most notable victory was against Uros Jurisic, had never lost as a grappler, which was a difficult challenge to Musaev because of Jurisic wrestling skills. Musaev showed flawless defensive work while giving himself chances to strike throughout Jurisic's offensive attacks. A crushing knee strike from Musaev hit Jurisic in the head while he tried to execute a takedown. A first-round TKO victory in that fight showed Musaev abilities to handle multiple fighting techniques during fights. Musaev also challenged the famous Michael Pietrzak. Musaev's fight against Pietrzak was a tough contest because of his powerful strength and his fast movements. During this contest, Musaev needed to prove his stamina skills to the world. As the fight began, Pietrzak launched a rapid attack that surpassed Musaev's capabilities. Musaev managed to stabilize himself during round 2 when he regained his fighting rhythm. Musaev defeated Pietrzak when he landed a clean right hook that made his opponent stumble. With calculated punches, Musaev secured a TKO victory, which showed his ability to control fighters who refused to give up during fights. These fights are more than just victories. They are examples of Shamil Musaev's mastery of timing, precision, and adaptability. There were distinct challenges from each of Musaev's opponents, but he answered with overwhelming knockout strikes that stunned spectators. The explosive finishing style that characterizes Shamil Musaev is the clear reason his name has become synonymous with knockout finishes. Why are Shamil Musaev's knockouts so deadly? The impressive factor about Musaev goes beyond his raw power because he unifies precision with timing and strategic thinking in his striking moves. By observing his opponents, Musaev exploits their weaknesses and creates traps that turn their smallest blunders into knockouts. Let's break this down further with one of his most thrilling fights. The majority believe that the undefeated grappler Jurisic, with his constant takedowns, would stop Musaev in his tracks. But Musaev had other plans. Musaev analyzed Jurisic's fight movements in no time and identified his predictable takedown protocols. Musaev was able to assess Juricic's subsequent actions because his swift reflexes and standout fight intelligence helped him foresee Juricic's next move. Jurisic made a double-leg takedown attempt, and almost immediately Musaev moved a knee, which synced with devastating precision. The timing was flawless. Just as Jurisic committed to his forward motion, the knee met his head with bone-crushing force. Throughout his MMA career, Musaev achieves perfect alignment between his knockout techniques, his physical capabilities, and his skillful movements. Musaev proves he controls power generation together with precision delivery. Standing knockout punches emerge from deep practice and natural body physics mastery gathered through years of training. The combination of weight shifts, fast pivots, and unexpected projectile placement gives Musaev knockout power, which crushes his opponents. Musaev's powerfully hitting knockouts become more exhilarating because he stays extremely focused throughout high-pressure moments. As Musaev confronts more aggressive fighters, including Michal Pietrzak, he remains steady by waiting to deliver his perfect strike. A flawless right hook launched by Musaev delivered the knockout blow that forced his opponent to wobble during that fight. Thanks to his calm nature, Musaev minimizes dangerous actions, which optimizes his knockout finishing abilities. Musaev also wears down his opponents psychologically in the build-up to the knockouts. Once opponents face his powerful strikes, they tend to become anxious. When Musaev delivers a substantial impact, he uses his opponent's newfound fear to execute multiple successive strikes until they have no chance to catch their breath. A distinctive trait of Musaev's fighting approach lies in his ability to create mental dominance through fear. Audiences watch Musaev's fights for their vicious fight endings rather than the fight itself. Musaev stands among today's top MMA fighters because of his skilled moves, which create thrilling battling experiences. As we conclude, one thing is clear. Every match begins when Shamil Musaev fights due to the assurance of a hit that will deliver an absolute thrill. From his origins in Dagestan, the MMA world has witnessed Musaev's continuous rise as an overwhelming fighting force in the octagon. We can only watch from the sidelines and anticipate his next fight eagerly because he seems to make history every time he steps into the cage. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep watching. See you in the next one.